then they're going to say, well, money is important and so on and so forth. So listen, I get it. I totally get it. Statistically speaking, I'm selling properties for 99% of the list price within 10 to 12 days. And I know it's important for you to make the most money, and commission is obviously an important part of that because it's part of your proceeds that come out of it. What I find is most of the time when people are looking for the cheapest, they don't make the most money. They get somebody who could care less about them, their needs, their what their desires are. And I promise you, there's somebody out there that will always do it for cheaper. So if cheaper is what you're looking for, I'm not going to be your best solution. But if the person that's going to work the hardest for you, that has the best track record, that's going to get you the most amount of money in the most reasonable amount of time is what you're looking for, then I'm your person. So let's unpack this real quick. What did I ask? Did you pick up on what she should know about her business? So what should you know about your business?
What my list price to sales price stats and my number of days on market stats are.
It's very important. So do you think that the next person knows that?
I really don't know that either. So I would have to learn that to be able to be bold and say it.
And so that's called what? That's called contrast. And without saying one word about the next person, you have given yourself contrast
Mm-hmm.
because the next person doesn't know that. And that's why you have to know your business and you have to know the things that you're doing so that you can draw that contrast without saying, well, you don't want to hire the other agent because they suck. Like, that's not, we don't do that. We don't have to do that. We should be able to do a great enough value proposition in what we do. Okay. But I promise you, if you say in the beginning what I said to you, and you say, "Hey, listen, I get it." Like you have to acknowledge things with these you guys. Like we go into, I want to solve it. Like, hey, I understand that is super important to you. I've never worked with a seller that making the most money is not the most important. Okay, if the cheapest was the most important, why didn't you just hire your friend? Like asking them a question around that, however you're comfortable. And for you guys that are new to come into these calls, anything that I ever say are my words. They don't have to be exactly your words, but you have to formulate words around the concept of what I'm saying. And I promise you, most of the time, the things that I say would make most of you uncomfortable. But when you digest what I'm saying to you, it is a very powerful question. And once you start asking these questions, they're not nearly so uncomfortable. Okay, if you will do that and you will ask those questions that way, you will find what you're after.